All right, good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for listening in. Welcome to the weekly series 15 with the Team, a live series where we, the Office of the Student Advocate, discuss common topics within the DC education system to help you become better informed and empowered in less than 15 minutes. My name is Renata, and this is my colleague Dan, who leads our office. And today we'll be talking through government within the public education system. So, Dan, we've talked before in a previous episode about the unique educational landscape that we have here in the district with over 60 local education agencies functioning essentially as their own independent school districts.
Right. It's important to understand that DCPS operates different from our public charter schools. And all of our public charter schools operate differently from each other. Each LEA, local education agency in DC, adopts their own budget differently, handles their finances differently, and even some have fiscal years that may be different from each other.
While the structure of the city is complex, the choices that individual parents make for their child's education journey is impacted by the structure. So understanding how government works is vital. Making the system work for you and understanding how to engage with each of the key players is essential.
Yeah, let's take a step back. So in DC, we have mayoral control of the schools, but mayoral control over public schools is not equal. In accordance with DC code, the mayor essentially has control over DC public schools, so DCPS. In other states, school districts are traditionally controlled by a locally elected school board, which makes decisions about how schools are run. Mayoral control, however, is a shift in that power structure where mayors are given greater degree of authority over schools.
Right. So while the mayor does have ultimate control, she appoints a chancellor to oversee DCPS. The chancellor's role is to act as the central authority of DCPS. He leads and delegates authority of education programs to a team of deputy chancellors, including chiefs and instructional superintendents who manage the traditional schools throughout the district.
The mayor also appoints the deputy mayor for education. The deputy mayor for education is responsible for developing and implementing the mayor's visions for academic excellence and creating high quality education continuum spanning early childhood program, K-12, post-secondary, and even workforce development. They're tasked with supporting all public education related activities in the district, including charter schools.
However, it's important to understand that a public charter school, or LEA, exercises exclusive control over its expenditures, administration, personnel, and instructional methods. Public charter schools have the autonomy to create their own policies with some consideration from the DC Public Charter School Board and the Office of the State Superintendent of Education. While the DC Public Charter School Board, an independent DC government agency, is subject to some mayoral control and DC oversight, the exclusive control of the individual charter LEAs means that they are not under the direct control or oversight of the mayor or the DC council.
Additionally, the superintendent's office, also known as OSSI, is in place to make sure all federal policies are being met. OSSI is the state education agency for the District of Columbia. OSSI sets our statewide policies, provide resources and support, and exercises accountability for all public education in DC. They provide information, policy guidance, and resources on education matters to local LEAs and our parents. For a more detailed list of the programs OSSI supports, visit ossi.dc.gov or our public education and governance presentation on our website.
Working alongside OSSI, the State Board of Education, or the SBOE, is responsible for advising the Superintendent of Education on educational matters, including state standards, state policies, including those governing special, academic, vocational, and charter schools, state objectives, state regulations proposed by the mayor or the state superintendent of education. The State Board of Education is the only elected group of officials within the DC public education system and holds monthly public meetings where community members can testify before the board about education-related issues and concerns.
Finally, the ultimate legislative body in the district for overseeing all agencies and boards is the Council of DC, made 13 elected officials representing the 8 wards, 4 at large, and the chairperson. The council reviews the performance of government programs and agencies to ensure they are serving the established purpose and are operating under pertinent regulation targets. The council also produces legislation and regulations that dictate how some functions of schools in the district operate, like attendance or exclusionary discipline. Most education-related matters are handled by the committee of the whole.
To wrap up, while the structure of the city is complex, the choices individual parents make for their child's educational journey is impacted by this structure. So understanding how government works is vital in making sure the system works for you and understanding how to engage with each of the key players. If you'd like more information on this topic, visit the resource titled Understanding Public Education Landscape on our website at studentadvocate.dc.gov.
Our office is always here to answer your questions and guide you through your next steps. If you have questions or need more information, you can call us at 202-741-4692 or email us at student.advocate@dc.gov. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next Wednesday at noon.